I think the biggest thing is how they prepare, how they take care of their bodies and recovery every day and getting themselves ready for the next day. I think they're getting more and more comfortable with the scheme, with the system. I think they're more and more comfortable with Luke. And that's the biggest thing. That's what I've told all those guys. Hey, listen, we got to trust you, but it's your quarterback's got to trust you to be in the right spot relative to timing and spacing with him. So I think they've done a good job of that.
And how has Malik looked since come back from that hamstring, and how's that competition for that X position?
He's looked good. He's the same thing. He's had good moments and bad moments, but for his first few days back, he missed like a whole week, so he's been really good. And the thing I love about that position over there, man, is those guys are doing a good job of competing and pulling for each other, and competition makes everybody better in the room.
There's a lot of guys. I mean, where do you want to be game week when it comes to sorting it out? What the rotation is going to look like? How many guys are going to play?
Yeah, we got a pretty deep room. I can imagine a lot of guys playing. I just want us to be consistent day in and day out. Not that we haven't, but it hasn't been to the level that we need it. But again, I can't say enough about how hard those guys are working. They're putting in the work every single day in the meeting room, taking care of their bodies and all that stuff. I mean, we're in the dog days of camp. We're getting closer to game week, but it's been a hard camp. It's been a good camp. We just need to be a little bit more consistent as a group.
How does versatility play into that? You got some guys obviously can play two or three different positions.
Yeah, position flex is huge. Just like you said, we got guys that can play multiple spots. We don't have a lot of guys that get pigeonholed in the one spot. The way we teach our offense and the way we teach concepts here with Coach Lenny and Coach B is better than anywhere I've ever been. So those guys do a good job of knowing multiple roles, and that's the easiest way to get on the field is know how to play multiple positions.
Just now.
Literally, he doesn't talk very much, but he shows up and he works. He's playing well. He's playing with some confidence, and that's I've told. Cap that the whole time since he's been here, man, if he can just get out of his own head and just go play. I'm really proud of the camp he's had. He's working really hard. All those guys are, but you asked about Alex in particular, and I'm proud of him.
That consistency, how important, you just talked about earning trust.
Mm-hmm.
How important is that in earning Luke's trust and your guys' trust?
There's a reason why Luke threw it to Zakari and Pat. He trusted those guys. They were consistent in how they showed up and worked every day. Practice, Skelly, it didn't matter what period it was. So that's my biggest message to those guys is just keep showing up, man, keep being in the right spot, and Luke will trust you.
Do you still think, like, going into week one, is it kind of wide open about how many snaps people are going to get or catches? Like, in your mind, is it still kind of, wide open?
Yeah. To me, it's who shows up and the most consistent throughout camp. And, we're not finished. We haven't even broke camp yet, so we hadn't even started thinking about all that stuff. But just showing up, man, just keep stacking days. We got a couple more days of practice before we get into game week, so it'll be a good competition.
Explosive plays were a big part of the offense last year. A lot of deep throws over the top. Have you seen some guys emerge as deep threats so far?
Yeah, we have. Like I said, it's kind of been like a different guy every day. We do so much scale and so many team periods. There's deep balls, a lot throughout practice. So different guys every day have made those plays. Couple guys have made them, then not made them the next. But they usually when you don't make one, they come back the next day and they make them. So just like I said, we just got to continue to be consistent, continue to work.
Have you seen Hudson comfortable at the Z or on the outside? What have you seen from him there?
Yeah, I think it's helped his confidence.
Yeah.
The great thing about it is he played so much in the slot that we could easily put him back there, and I think he'd be fine. But I think he's gained a lot of confidence from being out there. Everybody has their comfort zone, not necessarily the comfort zone, but where they feel a little bit more comfortable. But I told him the best thing for him is that we made him uncomfortable in the slot, and he's done a really good job on the outside.
Just him and Colin, versatility, that's going to be great with Hank right in there.
Position flex, man. All of them. Like Malik can play both sides. Kapka can play both sides. Jibler can play both sides. Like it's Ashton Hollins, I think he could probably play all three. It's those guys have done a really good job of studying and being prepared.
Where does some of the younger guys, Braden and Tyshawn, sort of fit into the mix right now?
It's a deep room. Braden and Tyshawn both, especially Braden, have shown unbelievable flashes, and then he shows flashes of being a freshman. But I can't tell you how proud I am of him and how he's worked and how he's approached this camp. We have thrown a lot at him. I literally can't even imagine. We didn't go to school early when I was in college. We just showed up in August. He at least was here in the spring, and where he was in the spring to where he is right now is night and day. So I'm really proud of him. And Tyshawn, keeps coming along and having good days as well. So proud of both of them.
Is blocking a separator for these guys with this kind of depth, and maybe how much you want to be in one tight end personnel?
Yeah, it's a trust thing, you know. I mean, that's what I tell them all the time. If somebody's running the ball behind you or we're throwing bubbles behind you, we got to be able to trust you. And those are our guys. Like I said, our guys, like Coach B says all the time, if we have to coach strain, we don't have a chance. Our guys strain. There's some technique things we got to clean up, obviously, but the majority of that room, I'd say all the guys in that room do a great job of blocking and playing without the football.
What's unique?
Imagine Rio would have kind of maybe pouted last year after what happened and the success he had in JUCO. What did you see out of him just to kind of deal with last year mentally and even emotionally?
Unbelievable attitude. Just a credit to him. I can't say enough about Mario's attitude and how he approached every day. He went down there and worked. Like literally, we'd get in the staff room and Coach Henry would be like, I mean, we can't cover Mario Sanders, you know. And so Coach B does a great job. I make cut-ups for him with showing plays and stuff like that from the look team stuff. So I'm proud of his approach. I think that has a lot to do with where he is right now and why he's doing so well. Can't say enough of good things about him. I'm so proud of him.
What's unique about Bowick that he brings to that X group, especially?
Length, you know. I mean, they're all bigger guys, but I mean, J-Bo and Ashton both. They're just it's the length and the catch radius that just makes those guys. Those 6'5" guys are freaking hard to cover. You know, the ball doesn't have to actually exactly be in the perfect spot. You know, like if you just get it relatively close, those guys do a good job of going and making plays.
How about Malik? What's unique about him compared to the other guys?
The size and the physicality. You know, Malik's a little bit not as tall as Cortland Sutton, but as far as physical strength, is a lot the same. So where J-Bo and Ashton had the length to go make some of those plays, Malik has the physicality to body up and use his body as a weapon. So we talk about all the time, use your body as influence, like lean back vertical into people and create some space. So that's what he does for sure.
Seems like you guys are seeing progress out of him, but still going to another level. Barry said it's clicked with him, though. What do you think has clicked with him?
I think I said it in here a few weeks ago. I think his approach.
Yeah.
Coming in the building and being mentally locked in, like Coach says it all the time about being here. As soon as you walk in the building, and be here, be present. I think he knows he doesn't have to be perfect. He just goes, if he'll go out there and be the best Malik Elsie every day, we'll be fine.
You just talking with Alex. You said that you stressed physicality with him, just to need more of it. Has he gotten to where you'd like him to be, and what's that maybe done for his game?
Just like I said with everybody, he's done more often than not this fall camp. He has. There's obviously times where it hasn't been to the standard that it needs to be, but I can ask Alex to do anything, and that kid's going to do it as hard as he can, and work really hard at trying to make it perfect.
Do you see this as a lot of guys are going to get opportunities. Do you see like the fight for reps going into the season? You guys figure out who shows up in games?
Yeah, like I said, I think it's a really deep room. I think a lot of those guys, I trust a lot of those guys to get out there and play and make plays. So it'll be interesting to see how it kind of all works out.